Good morning. Today we're going to work on guided class practice 118A. And let's start with our date. Draw a 63 millimeter line segment. So let me line up my ruler. Okay. So let me move it up just a little bit so it's a little bit easier for you to see. So here is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now I need 63. So 61, 62, 63. So I'm going to put a dot right there, and I'm going to draw my line. There we go. My line's a little bit crooked, I realize that. I apologize. I'm trying to draw it and holding the camera with one hand. So I had 6 centimeters and 3 millimeters because I'm gonna put it up here so you can see it better. Because remember, 60, so it'd be 6 centimeters plus 3 extra, which would be 3 millimeters. Okay. How many days are in 4 years? Well, for number 1, first we need to know how many days are in a year. So we have 365 days in a year, and we're doing 4 years. So we are going to multiply those because we have 4 groups of 365. Okay, so 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2, 26. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2, 14. Okay, don't forget your comma. So 1,460. And then we have to account for our 1 day of a leap year. So, because every 4 years we have a leap year. So we're going to add 1 day for a leap year. So it'll be 1,461. Okay, so our number sentence is 4 groups, remember 4 years, times 365 days plus we added our 1 day equals 1,461 days. Okay, and if you're still confused, why did we add that 1? Because every 4 years we have a leap year and we have 1 extra day, and it becomes 366 days. Okay, but that's only one time. That doesn't happen every year. So that's why it's not part of our original days. Okay, because it would only be 1 extra day. Okay, and so our answer is 1,461 days. Okay, we're starting to do multiple step problems where we'll multiply some things and then we'll add something. And I'll talk about that down here in just a moment. Okay, so on number 2, it says find the products. So these are the multiple step problems. Anytime that you see something that is inside of the parentheses, you must do that first. So 7 plus 1 is 8. Now 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, so parentheses are first. Now when there's no parentheses, then you can choose whichever would be easier for you. So for instance, you could do 4 times 7, or you could do 2 times 4. And I think it'd be a little bit easier to do 2 times 4. So 2 times 4 is 8, and then 8 times 7 is 56. Okay, and then on this one, 374 times 6, 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, 6 times 7 is 42, plus 2 is 44. And 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 2,244. Okay. Draw 9 candies. So 1. And if we look onto the next part, it says circle 1/3 of the candies. Okay, so, well, if we know that what times what equals 9, we know that 3 times 3 equals 9. So we're gonna have 3 groups of 3. If you didn't know that, then you could do this to separate them out so it's easier for you to see. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you notice, I kind of separated them so it's a little bit easier for me to see. Okay, so 1/3 of 9 is 3. Okay. And Mr. Howarth has 16 pencils. If he gives each child 2 pencils, how many children will get pencils? So we're starting with 16 and we're dividing them into groups of 2. So we need to look for a picture that would represent that. So this one we have them divided into groups of 2. This one is divided into groups of 4, which remember we wanted them in groups of 2. So this is not accurate. And this one is divided into groups of 8. And that's not groups of 2 either. So we're gonna cross that one out. So the first picture is the one that fits. So we're gonna circle it. Okay, because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so our number sentence would be 16 total pencils divided into 2 pencils per group equals how many groups? 8. Okay, so 8 children would get pencils. Okay. Draw what the number 4 will look like when it is rotated around the point. Okay, I put 4 onto a flashcard, so it'd be a little bit easier for us to see. So I'll start with our 4 upright, just like here. And if I turn it a quarter of a turn clockwise, what do I get? So we're going to draw that onto our paper. So, okay, what happens if I do another quarter of a turn clockwise? I have an upside down 4. So now I'm going to draw that. Okay, and then if I do another quarter of a turn clockwise, okay, so now we're going to draw that. Okay, and then another quarter of a turn clockwise, and I'm back to where I started from. Okay, on number 6, what is the place value of the digit 6 in 690? Well, the 6 is worth hundreds. It's the hundreds place value, because remember, this is ones, this is tens, this is the hundreds. Okay, which digit is in the tens place in the number 573? Well, it would be the 7. Okay, and then, because remember, ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, what is the value of the digit 5 in 251? Well, if we look at the 5, what position is it in? Ones, tens, okay, so that number is worth 50. Because if I were to write this number in expanded form, it would be 200 plus 50 plus 1. So that 5 is worth 50. Okay. And it didn't say place value. It said what is the value of the 5. So pay close attention to whether they say place value or whether they say the value of the digit that's in the number. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.